All right, ready to dive deep.
Let's do it.
Today, it's the underbelly of internet fame. You guys asked for it, the
Yeah.
potential downsides,
Right.
and let me tell you, the research,
Yeah.
eye-opening to say the least.
Really?
We're looking at two very different cases today.
Okay.
Both involve creators facing huge backlash,
Right.
but for totally different reasons.
Interesting.
And that's what makes this so fascinating,
Yes,
right?
absolutely.
So
Mhm.
when we talk massive online presence,
Yeah.
Mr. Beast,
Of
right?
course.
He's like the king
Yeah.
of YouTube generosity,
Uh-huh.
millions of subscribers,
Mhm.
giving away absurd amounts of money,
It's crazy.
cars, even houses. I know. It's his thing.
It is.
But recently, a wave of accusations,
Yeah.
controversies,
Yeah.
all around Mr. Beast, his company,
Right.
and it's casting a shadow
Yeah.
over that,
Huh?
carefully crafted persona.
Right.
Like, not all that glitters is gold. You know?
Exactly.
Behind the scenes,
Yeah.
things might be a little darker.
A little bit.
One of the most shocking things we found
What's that?
claimed that a registered sex offender
Oh, wow.
was working on set.
No way.
And get this,
Yeah.
he was allegedly asked to wear a mask
Really?
to hide his identity,
Wow.
which is kind of a stark contrast
Huge contrast.
to the family-friendly image.
Totally.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's not all.
There's more.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
The Beast Games.
Right?
You'd think a show all about generosity
Yeah.
would be, all sunshine and rainbows.
Right. Yeah.
But people were reporting injuries,
No.
unsafe conditions.
During filming.
Yeah, during filming.
Wow.
Talk about a PR nightmare.
Yeah.
People complaining about food, water, the challenges,
Really.
grueling challenges.
Sounds rough.
Not the vibe you'd expect.
Definitely not.
Mr. Beast's team said it was logistics,
Yeah.
bad weather,
Right.
but it still makes you wonder
It does.
about their priorities,
For sure.
And this ties into another thing,
Okay.
the authenticity
Yeah.
of the content.
Right.
Some former employees came forward
Mm-hmm.
alleging that certain videos were staged,
Staged. Wow.
and even worse, some giveaways
The giveaways.
might be considered illegal lotteries,
Seriously?
which is where it gets really interesting.
How so?
Blurring the lines between entertainment
Yeah.
and exploitation,
Right.
if this is true,
Yeah.
makes you question the whole channel.
Whole thing.
Like, is it genuine
Yeah.
or a scheme for views and money?
Right.
And it seems like people are already deciding.
They are.
Yeah.
How can you tell?
Huge surge in dislikes
Oh, wow.
on his videos.
Interesting.
So how's he handling this?
Yeah, what's he doing?
Has he said anything?
Yeah.
He has,
Right.
which in a crisis like this is smart.
Right.
He's pledged to make changes.
Like what?
Company culture,
Okay.
hiring a dedicated HR person,
Mm-hmm.
new training programs
Right.
to address all of this.
Big changes.
Huge changes. Only time will tell if it's enough. It's a pivotal moment for sure.
Definitely.
Makes you wonder, if someone like Mr. Beast
Yeah.
can face this kind of backlash,
Mm-hmm.
what does that say about online fame?
That's a good question.
But before we go too far down that road,
Okay.
let's talk about another creator
All right.
who's been making waves,
Okay.
but for very, very different reasons.
Oh.
While Mr. Beast grapples with accusations
Yeah.
of a toxic work environment
Mm.
and potentially misleading content,
Right.
another creator,
Okay.
Neon,
Yeah.
finds himself in hot water
Oh.
for a completely different approach
Interesting.
to online fame.
Yeah.
If Mr. Beast is known for lavish generosity,
Right.
Neon has built his reputation
Mhm.
on something almost opposite. Clip farming.
I've heard that term.
Yeah, it's a thing.
Go on.
And it's a strategy that thrives
Mm-hmm.
on pushing the boundaries
Right.
of what's considered acceptable online.
Yeah.
Okay, you've piqued my curiosity. For those of us who aren't internet fluent,
Yeah.
break down this whole clip farming thing.
All right.
What is it and how does Neon use it?
Well, clip farming is all about
Mm.
creating short, highly shareable video snippets
Uh-huh.
designed to go viral.
Right.
These clips rely on being outrageous,
Okay.
shocking, provocative,
Yeah, I get it.
So you cut through the noise
Right.
and grab attention.
Makes sense.
Neon's practically the poster child.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
And his latest stunt
Mhm.
definitely fits the bill. I mean, claiming to only have 6 days to live,
Whoa.
that's a new level of attention grabbing.
Right.
But what's even more perplexing,
Mm-hmm.
he was promoting his merch
Merch.
in the same breath.
Oh, no way.
It's almost like he was trying to capitalize
Yeah.
on his own mortality,
Yikes.
which is pretty unsettling.
It is.
This wasn't the first time either.
No.
Neon has a history
Oh, he does.
of making outlandish claims,
Like what?
faking a brain tumor,
No way.
threatening fans,
Wow.
which led to his arrest.
Wow.
So this death claim
Yeah.
was just the latest
That's it.
in a long line of eyebrow-raising stunts.
Right.
I'm curious, how did his audience react?
Okay.
Did they buy it, or were they finally seeing through the act?
It's a mixed bag.
Oh, really?
Some fans, they'd ate it up,
Mm-hmm.
created those viral clips.
Right.
But then the other side,
Yeah?
expressing concern, skepticism, condemnation,
Okay.
questioning his judgment, ethics.
Right. Is this constant need for attention
Hmm.
doing more harm than good?
That's a good question.
That's the thing about the internet, isn't it?
Yeah.
The strange echo chamber,
Right.
outrageous behavior rewarded and condemned
At the same time.
at the same time.
It's weird.
But I have to ask,
Yeah.
what was Neon's response to the backlash?
Mm-hmm.
Did he address the concerns or double down?
Classic Neon.
Okay.
It was a blend of denial and deflection.
Oh.
He claimed he was trolling
Right.
and urged his followers to stop spreading misinformation.
Wow.
Basically tried to pass it off as a joke. But when your entire brand is shock value,
Yeah.
it's hard to tell where the line lies.
Right.
It's a question becoming increasingly relevant.
It is.
Yeah.
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it?
Yeah.
When does this kind of trolling cross a line?
Great question.
And what does it say about us,
Yeah.
the audience,
We're the audience.
that we continue to engage?
Mm-hmm.
Are we fueling a system that prioritizes shock value
Over substance.
over substance?
Something to think about.
It is. It's not just about Mr. Beast and Neon, is it?
No, it's bigger.
It's about the larger ecosystem
Yeah.
of online entertainment.
Right.
It's about the power dynamics,
Mm-hmm.
the algorithms,
Mm-hmm.
the nature of fame in the digital age.
It's a lot to unpack.
It's a lot to unpack, but we're doing it. These are complex issues.
Yeah.
No easy answers, but we need to have these conversations.
Absolutely.
Couldn't agree more.
Mm-hmm.
This whole situation
Yeah.
makes me reconsider what it means
Right.
to be a responsible consumer.
Mm-hmm.
But before we get too deep,
Okay.
let's zoom out and consider the bigger picture.
Right.
Two very different creators
Yeah.
facing backlash,
Mm-hmm.
but for completely different reasons.
Right.
What does this tell us about the state of online platforms
It's interesting.
and the pressures they create?
For sure.
It's like we're navigating this strange new world
Yeah.
where the lines between entertainment, ethics, and responsibility
Right.
are constantly being blurred.
Mm-hmm.
It makes you wonder, are platforms like YouTube
Mm-hmm.
partly to blame for fueling this fire?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it?
Yeah.
On the one hand,
Mm.
these platforms have democratized content creation,
Right.
giving anyone with a camera and an internet connection
Uh-huh.
the potential to reach a global audience.
Yes.
But on the other hand,
Yeah.
the algorithms that drive these platforms are designed to maximize engagement,
Right.
often rewarding the most sensational and attention-grabbing content,
Yeah.
regardless of its ethical implications.
It's like this vicious cycle.
It is.
Creators feel pressured to constantly up the ante,
Mm-hmm.
to push the boundaries further and further,
Right.
just to stay relevant.
And when you're chasing those clicks and views,
Mm-hmm.
it's easy to see how ethical considerations might fall by the wayside.
You're right. It's almost like we've created a system that incentivizes shock value over substance,
Quantity over quality.
quantity over quality.
And as viewers, we're complicit in this system.
That's true.
We click, we share, we comment, and the algorithms take note.
It's like this feedback loop,
Yeah.
feeding us more of what they think we want.
It's a complex web,
It is.
and it's having a profound impact on the very nature of online content creation.
So where do we go from here?
Yeah, that's the question.
Is there a way to reconcile the undeniable power of these platforms
Right.
with the need for greater responsibility
Or are we destined to spiral further down this rabbit hole?
of outrage and exploitation?
Those are the questions we need to be grappling with.
Hmm.
It's not about censoring content or shutting down platforms.
Right.
It's about fostering a more critical and discerning online environment.
Okay.
As viewers, we need to be more mindful of
Mhm.
the content we consume
Right.
and the creators we support.
Yeah.
We need to ask ourselves, what are we really valuing?
That's a good question.
Are we prioritizing entertainment over empathy, outrage over nuance?
It's about personal responsibility.
Exactly.
We have a choice in what we consume.
Right. Yeah.
And who we empower with our attention.
And I'd argue that creators, especially those with large followings, have a responsibility as well. They have a platform, a voice, and the ability to shape opinions and influence behavior. It's not enough to simply entertain.
Right.
They need to consider the impact of their content and the example they're setting for their audiences, many of whom are young and impressionable.
You're making a lot of good points here.
It's a lot to unpack.
It is.
But I think this deep dive has revealed some important insights. Both Mr. Beast and Neon, in their own ways, highlight the complexities of online fame.
And the ethical dilemmas it presents.
It's a cautionary tale.
It is.
But it's also a call to action.
It is.
It's time for a more thoughtful, nuanced conversation about the future of online entertainment and the role we all play in shaping that future.
We can't just sit back and watch the algorithms dictate our values.
We need to be active participants in creating the online world we want to see.
Well said.
So the next time you're scrolling through your feed and you come across a video promising outrageous stunts or unbelievable giveaways, take a moment to consider the bigger picture.
Right.
Ask yourself, who benefits from my attention and what message am I sending by clicking that play button?
It's something to ponder, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely.
Because the choices we make online, however small they may seem, have the power to shape the very fabric of our digital world.
And on that note, we'll leave you with this final thought.
Okay.
Just because something is popular doesn't mean it's ethical. And just because something is entertaining doesn't mean it's right.
You're right.
Be critical, be discerning, and most importantly, be mindful of the impact of your choices.
Thanks for joining us for this deep dive.
It's been great.
Until next time, keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep those brains engaged.
You got it.